How to render different materials in digital painting. If you have ever wondered how to make your digital artwork pop by rendering different materials, you are in the right place. Understanding how to depict various surfaces can truly elevate your illustrations. Let's break down the process step by step. Rendering different materials starts with grasping how light interacts with surfaces. Each material has its own unique texture, reflection, and color properties. Begin your artwork by sketching a solid foundation. This means creating a clear outline of the object you want to depict. Once you have your base shape, apply flat colors to establish the primary tones of the material. Next, focus on adding light and shadow. This is where you create volume and depth. Pay attention to how light behaves on the material you are working with. For instance, metals reflected light sharply, resulting in bright highlights and strong contrasts. In contrast, wood has a softer reflection with visible grain texture. Blending techniques are key to achieving realistic transitions between light and shadow. Use digital tools like smudge or mixer brushes to create smooth gradients, especially on curved surfaces. For materials that are reflective or glossy, sharper edges and contrasts can help emphasize their qualities. Texture is another important aspect. For rough surfaces like wood or fabric, incorporate visible grain, fibers, or irregularities. You can achieve this by using textured brushes or overlay layers. When working with smooth materials like metal or glass, focus on crisp reflections and specular highlights. Subtle color shifts caused by reflected light can add realism. Color vibrancy and layering also play a role in how realistic your materials appear. Applying stronger, more saturated colors on top layers can make the material look vivid and dimensional. Techniques inspired by traditional painting, such as layering heavier colors over lighter ones, can enhance the depth of your work. Lighting contrast is another factor to consider. Strong directional light can accentuate the form and texture of the material, making your render more dynamic. Using semi-transparent brushes with warm or cool tones can simulate light temperature, adding realism to shadows and highlights. To practice, start with basic forms like spheres or cubes. This will help you get comfortable rendering different materials before moving on to more complex subjects. Experiment with layering modes such as multiply and screen to see how colors and shadows interact. This can help simulate reflections or diffuse light on materials like wood or metal. Rendering different materials in digital painting requires mastering form, value, blending, texture, color layering, and lighting contrast. Each material has its own visual characteristics, and combining these techniques will allow you to create convincing and visually appealing illustrations.